and you're struggling, listen, we'll get to the end of this. We always do. It's part and parcel of it. And this ain't our first rodeo, so we know the crack. And, there's a good chance there's more of this shit around the corner. So just be aware of that. For anyone else around the world that's coming out of lockdown, particularly in Ireland, giddy the fuck up. I think it's the 7th of June back at home. Outdoor drinking starts again. And can you imagine that session? Now, that's something I'd love to be at home for. The 7th of June, fucking getting demented out the back of the parrot. Fucking giddy up. Jerry, what's the crack? But anyway, it is what it is. A bit of story time today. Excuse me. Why I train, why I started this, why I'm actually where I am now at this point in time. And I think this is an important story to tell. I've recently joined up to another mentoring group to basically helping coaches transition online, because I know the crack myself. If you want to get ahead in anything and you want to be successful, you need mentoring, you need coaching yourself. So I coach clients online, and likewise I get fucking coached. And it's the only way forward. Anytime I've ever invested in myself and got help, it's benefited me. So I'm under no illusion about the benefits of being coached. But they sparked a memory that I had about, what the sort of content that I should put out online. And I wrote a story, I wrote a long post back maybe a year or two ago about, why I train and what was my catalyst. So I'm going to give you a bit of a breakdown of that story now and why I got into training. But to make a long story short and give you the condensed version, a lot of it stemmed from lack of confidence, insecurities, and inadequacies. That's pretty much the reason why I started training in the first place. Wanting to stand out, wanting to build confidence. So there's a few reasons for it. One, when I used to play football back in Four Mile House for a Kilbride, and then later on for Roscommon, I was always the smallest young fella on the field. Sparrowfart. I was up against fucking the types of Bernard Keogh and Mick Murray and the Lohan brothers and Seamus O'Neill, and holy hell, these were giants. They were fucking giants. And I was alright. Would I get the ball, I'd hold on to it, but I'd be clobbered. So that was probably reason number one. I needed to be bigger and stronger to be able to keep up with the lads on the field. It's as simple as that. Then the second reason, and this goes back to when I was living in Dublin after I'd been to college. I remember being out one night, and this is, what age would I have been? 21, 22? I would have been out in Dublin, and I had recently qualified as a personal trainer. I was working as a personal trainer, was out with mates. We were not in Coppers, I think it was in Crystal, beside Coppers, and chatting to a chick. And again, I was quite light at the time, but chatting to a chick, and what do you do, blah blah blah. Oh, I'm a personal trainer. And she looked me up and down, and she said, you don't look like much of a trainer. Well, that was a kick in the dick. I knew myself I was light, but she confirmed it. She fucking confirmed it. Now, a lot of people might be like, well, you shouldn't have, it doesn't matter what she said, or, maybe it's body shaming. It wasn't body shaming. It was a fact, it was I was light. And I did have insecurities about the way I looked. So that to me was a catalyst to fucking change and do something about it. Now, I had already made a change in my life. When I was in secondary school, I was very quiet. In primary school, anyone that knows me, I was quite a noisy young fella and out and about and, kind of done my own thing. But then in secondary school, I went into myself a little bit. I didn't know, because all of a sudden there was women around, you'd be out to discos or whatever, and my old lady was pretty strict on not letting myself or my sister out to discos too early. So there was like the lads that I would have hung around with at the time, Bernard Keogh and Martin Hussey, they would have been in town and they would have been fucking way more streetwise than me. So then when I came to secondary school, like, they knew everyone and I didn't. So I'd hang around with these lads and just not fucking say anything to anyone. It probably wasn't until I was in 5th and 6th year when I actually came out of myself. But then it's actually when I went to college that I really said, fuck this. I don't want to be that quiet, weedy demo anymore. I'm fucking going to be fucking loud, noisy, fucking new version of fucking demo. Reinvent myself. And from anyone that knows me when I was in college, you know that I was a header. I was out and about all the time, fucking dancing on couches down in the Leitrim bar in Sligo, fucking giving it large, up to the bar, booking 10 or fucking 5 vodkas for £10 and fucking down with a bottle of my waddy under the other arm. Or was it €10 at the time? I fucking can't remember. But yeah, like when I went to college in Sligo, that's when I became the demo that I am today. You know, loud, noisy, outspoken, not giving a fuck, you know, into my training. Like, I was training, not really knowing much about training, but I was always into the gym. I knew I had to eat more. I knew I had to fucking train. But it was from that point that I was like, yeah, fuck this shit. There's no way ever that when I fucking chat up a girl anymore that she's going to look at me up and down and be like, oh, well, this guy doesn't look like much of a trainer. I became the version of me I wanted to become. I left the version of me, the weedy, quiet, shy version behind, because I didn't want that for me anymore. I wanted to be confident. I didn't want to feel inadequate. I wanted to fucking just burst into a room and people are, fuck, Hinnigan's here. Now, that, I know that my personality now pisses people off. I know by doing these videos online, a lot of people don't like it. Good. Because now I found the version of me that I fucking really like. I speak my mind. I tell it like it is. I've learned a lot on my journey about myself. I've most certainly become the most confident version of myself I have ever been. And it probably gets more confident to a ridiculous point. I've gone from the weedy fucking no confidence demo to this point. Well, I'm 37 years of age. At most weekends now, I get on a stage and I strip off my clothes in front of 350 women. Like, where do I go from here? You know, how much more confidence do I need? And I will be honest with you, there isn't a fucking single person alive on this planet I wouldn't go up and talk to. No, I still get, don't you worry, like, if I'm going to chat someone up or going to talk to someone, I still get the butterflies, but, like, they're gone as soon as I'm talking to someone. I don't hesitate on stuff like this. I don't care about, you know, rejection or what someone might think. And I've put myself in scenarios so many times now where, you know, it would freak the fuck out other people. But for me now, it's just part of life. Like, if my mates at the end of a UFC Sunday, they all head home, I'll stay out. I'll go into another bar and fucking plonk myself down beside a crowd of boys and girls and just get on and chat and just have a laugh. I feel I have developed good skills in, you know, how to be personable, how to, you know, infiltrate a gang of people without coming across as a cockhead. Now, has that always worked for me? No, I've definitely been a cockhead at times, and you know, you've had to bow out of scenarios and like, oh, well, that shit didn't work. But I fucking really enjoy the version of demo I've fucking become. And where does it come from? It's probably come from the journey in fitness, you know, dedicating myself to my training, understanding what I need to do to build myself, to change myself. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to change yourself. As long as you're changing yourself as a better version of you. Like, I work with a fucking gang of strippers, male strippers here in Australia. And they're confident boys, all different body shapes, all good-looking men. Now, I don't go to work at all and be like, oh, fuck, he's fucking better than me. Or like, I admire the boys, but I'm different to them. I will sometimes probably still look at them and like, well, I'm not as big or as good looking as them, but that's okay. Okay, I know I'm going to continue my training because I'm improving the version of me that I am. I'm very happy with what I've created in me. I'm very happy with the way my body looks, the way my personality is, how I come across. I know for a fact I'm not everyone's cup of tea, especially in the male strip world. Like, you know, you come in contact with 350 women a night in a club, and sometimes, and this is one of the statements, I was told I looked like a shark and that I scared the girl. Oh, well, okay, that's fine. You know, there's other lads here that you can hang out with. Don't worry about that. I won't come near you anymore. Because I know that's just one girl's opinion. That's fine. And there's plenty of other girls out there, and they want to get photos with you. They want to dance with you. They want your attention. So, you know, I've been on this journey, and I feel I'm still on this journey. And the journey that I'm on currently in what I do at the weekend is a huge eye opener.